So this piece is called Unification Theory. This is a utilitarian unification theory and practical pragmatism. They killed your people then, they kill my people now. Time doesn't exist. All things are happening at all times forever. So we are one and the same, unified in suffering. Your pain is my pain. We are all drowning in one river of blood. The human labor cycle, birth, work, die, bound by that common destination. But they try to distract you from the facts. You may ask, who is the ubiquitous anonymous they? They are the colonists. They are the imperialists that view human beings as subjects. They are the people with the power to free, and instead they rape, murder, pillage, and do what is necessary to turn a human into an object. Dehumanized, objectified. What are humans willing to do to an object that they are unwilling to do to a person? What happens when you reduce a person to a color? Is a color even an object? So what does it mean to be black? Or what does it mean to be white? These are made up terms and are driving the world mad. It's all fake. There's no biological identifier for race. But we've accepted that I'm not white and you aren't black. So from the time being, let's proceed as if we have a common understanding. You know what's the scariest animal on the planet to me? An American white man. You'll say that's racist. I'll say it's factual. You'll say I'm a bigot. I'll say I'm honest. You'll say I'm divisive. I will ask you who divided us in the first place. You will say I'm complaining, and I will say I'm staying sane. You will say it's the rednecks. I'll say it's your parents, it's your classmates, it's your priests. It's institutionalized and structural, and by your actions, you are an accomplice, you are complicit. Now, yeah, humans have been going to war for thousands of years, and I could enumerate the examples. The Mesopotamians, the Sumerians, the Cretans, the Romans, the Hyksos, the Nubians, the Ottomans, the Turks, the Spartans, the Rwandans, the Chechens, the Aztecs, the Incas, the British, the French, the Portuguese, the Han, all went to war with neighbors and brothers and sisters over religion, land, resources, beliefs, money, and who knows what. So you'll say that violence and oppression is the natural part of humanity. And I'll say that idea is some colonial bullshit. I will ask you this. Name me one time black people in America went to war and tried to kill off anybody as a politically organized group. Did we try to kill off all the white people here? No. And maybe we should have. When we fled to the plains or the fields or the mountains, did we try to kill the indigenous or live with them and intermix? Did we go en masse to Central America and start enclosure movements and land grabs and kill off all the people there to make it our new home? Were we building the tank engines and machinery that facilitated the Holocaust as part of our economic agenda? Did we ever send a drone in the name of blackness to kill some little kid in a school or hospital in a country 4,000 miles away? Name me one time black people in America controlled the power structure and brutalized white people with segregation, property restrictions, education limitations, poor health care, eugenics programs, lynchings, illegal and immoral scientific experimentation, prison industrial complex, and more. I'm tired of the false equivalence. When I say white people are scary, it's because they have been and are in real life now. Now, does that mean I avoid my fears? No. Does that mean I hate white people? No. Does that mean I want to have white people suffer like we have? No. What it means is I care about staying alive, and the more aware I am of the truth in the world around me, the better I can make decisions and we can all make better plans for the future. I have to be afraid of the police. I have to be afraid of the government system that legally kept people partitioned, segregated, and marginalized. I have to be afraid of a media empire and international conglomerates that profit from culture stealing while simultaneously demonizing us and making black people look crazy all over the world. I have to be afraid of white apathy. I have to be afraid of white pathology. I have to be afraid of how little white people know about history in proportion to how much power they wield. Are you afraid of these things? Why not? Privilege, entitlement, People keep saying white privilege, and it's a misnomer. It's not a privilege to be blind to every other person's experience but your own. It's not a privilege to have no empathy for your neighbors and people around you. It's not privilege that allows you to continue believing almost all your intellectual truths come from Europeans and their descendants. It's not privilege that allows people to make jokes about black men being killed by the cops and held captive by a for-profit prison industrial complex. It's a pathology, and it's frightening. Every day, people are complicit in an active genocide and attempt to kill off and imprison black people. How did these guns get to Chicago? How did these drugs get from Colombia to Bolivia to St. Louis? It's a plan, and the history is evident. So I can move past some of these things. I can move past my fear, move past the memories of how the white kids treated me in 1st grade, 4th grade, 7th grade, high school, and grad school. Past the memories of teachers making fun of my hair and body, my blackness. Move past the physical bullying and the attempted homoerotic touching white kids in private schools do to haze each other. I can move past being called nigger I don't know how many times, past the macroaggressions, the microaggressions, overt stigmas and stereotypes. I can move past being ignored, assumed dumb. I've moved past being the other, like not normal, other. There's a man, then black man. There's a writer, black writer. There's a philosopher. Have you even heard of a black philosopher? I can move past the calling of security for no reason. I can move past the stop and search, the cops pulling guns on me, my friends being killed by the cops. I can move past the stories from my mom, grandparents, uncles, aunts, and others about the brutal treatment of black protesters in the 60s, the assassinations of our political voices. I can move past the overt misrepresentation of blackness in all media forms and remember that we are all humans and we are here for one purpose: love. But I'm still afraid. And don't tell me I shouldn't be afraid, angry, disappointed, or fed up with white people in this country. For real, y'all are lucky we haven't cut heads from necks and burned this place down. So when you come at me with, Chris, you hate people. No, I don't. I love people, and that's why we're sharing. Chris, you're divisive. No, I'm not. We are here together. Chris, you should say things the way overeducated, extra-sensitive, bourgeoisie-ass white people want to hear it. No, I shouldn't. It's time to be real about real life. I'm a human. Doctors decided I'm a man. Y'all decided I was black. I'm just trying to stay alive and be a good person, and I'm down with anybody else that's down to rehumanize. We all need to heal. It's not complicated. I don't need a 30-page syllabus and 16,000-word lexicon. I have one purpose with my art and creations: fight the power while spreading love.